So we are deep into October now, and that somehow means it's like fall time, right? And so I just went through my knits the other day, and I made this pile of fall things that I'm going to wear. And so I thought I would do a little fall pattern roundup for you and give you some ideas of what you might want to make or wear this season. Hello, and welcome back to the Knit Life Oils YouTube channel. So let's talk about some fall stuff. So, it is not a secret that I am a summer girl and I love the sunshine and soaking up all of the things. And my sister makes fun of me all summer because she's like, it's going to get cold soon and that's my favorite season. And so she is definitely a fall and winter girl and she really loves that. And so she is thriving right now and very excited. And I'm like, man. I don't love that it gets dark early. I don't love that it's cold and all of the things. But my birthday's in October, so that's fun. And I do like some things about fall. And I will say I prefer fall more than the like dead cold of winter. I would definitely take fall anytime. So I thought it would be fun to talk about some patterns I have made in past years that I like to wear in the fall and some patterns that I'm thinking about making and kind of put those all together for you. So I'm going to start with some sweaters. So let's do the simple one first. So this is called the Girlfriend Cardi, and this is Baw yarn. And it's a cardigan style sweater. So this is the front. And it has these really cool shoulders seams that kind of line up on the top of your shoulders when you wear it. And then it also has what they call faux seams through it. So you run them as slip stitches and it kind of helps provide some shaping and things throughout the body. One of my favorite things about this cardigan is down here on the bottom are the pockets. Now, let me be clear. When you knit pockets, they're not really super functional. These are, see, they're little pockets. They would be great for like a chapstick, your debit card, your ID. They are pretty solid. Like they'll stay there, but like you definitely can't put your phone in it. Like that is not... Been there, tried that. There's your little pro tip. It will not work. But this fits me really nicely and I have a really good time wearing it. It is all garter stitch, so it's all knitting. When you do the sleeves, you have to knit one row, purl one row so that it matches. But otherwise the body is all just straight knit. So in that regards, it looks a little bit different than some of my other sweaters because of that. But the inside of the pockets is stockinette, so that, for some reason, makes me happy. So that is the Girlfriend Cardi. Another one of my cardigans that I like to wear a lot is the Mama cardigan. So, let's turn it the right direction. This is yarn from Black Elephant, and the colorway is cool. I remember that because it's spelled with a K, and that for some reason makes me remember it. So this is the inside, but this is the front. These are the two front panels. And then this is the back. So this is honeycomb brioche with raglan sleeves. And so I decided, I'm not much of a brioche person. And so it was a challenge one month in like one of the groups I was in. And somehow that equaled to me that it was a good idea to do an all-over honeycomb brioche sweater the first time I've ever done any kind of brioche. It actually wasn't that bad until the night that I had to pull out, like, I don't know, it was like 6 inches because I tried to fix, I had like switched like 2 rows and you could see in one part. And so I tried to like only take out part of it and fix it. And it was like this big disaster. So I just had to take all of it out. Yeah, it was fun. But otherwise, it was actually fine to do that. And I got really comfortable with honeycomb brioche and it looks really cool. But yeah, so I don't know if I would definitely recommend that, but it wasn't awful. So these are the front panels. They have honeycomb brioche on them too. The sleeves are the only thing that are in stockinette, but it's super lightweight because it's fingering weight yarn. And so it's nice to just throw on. I wear it over tank tops a lot, even in the fall, because I love wearing my tank tops. Oh, and that's the Girlfriend Cardi is fingering weight yarn too. But it is a little bit thicker because of the garter stitch, so it's kind of squishier, and it kind of makes it seem a little bit thicker. And this is just single strand fingering weight, and so it definitely has a lighter feel to it. So since we're kind of going up in heaviness of the cardigan, like warmth, I guess, maybe we'll call it warmth of the cardigan. So my next one is called the River's Edge cardigan. It's by my friend Mackenzie, and there's lots of cables in it, and I'm really excited to make this. I have started it, but not enough to even show you. There's a lot of sections that split up the cables and things like that, so it requires a lot of me paying attention. Also, it's DK weight yarn, and fun fact about me, I don't buy DK weight yarn. I tend to buy fingering weight all the time. So I am trying to double a bunch of like pinks and then stripe them and do this whole thing, and it's proving to be more complicated than it should be. And so it's just, yeah, it's more probably of a brain block than anything, and so it's just kind of a big pink mess. And yeah, so I should work on that. But yeah, so that'll be a DK weight cardigan, and that will kind of be a little bit heavier as we go into fall and winter. By the time I finish it, it'll probably be summer again, so you know, it'll be fine. So those are the sweaters. Let's do some shawls next. So this is my Katie shawl, and I will probably just wear this in every season forever. So one would think that it is called the Katie shawl because my name is Katie. It is not. I just love making and wearing it. So the designer of this is one of the sisters from Cozy Up Knits, and her name is also Katie. So I did not design this pattern. I have no rights to it. I just like wearing it. So I have also tried making several other versions of this Katie shawl, and this one is just the best. So it's Teal Torch Knits, and then I don't even remember where the gray is from, but this is a Teal Torch Knits birthday mini kit, and I just changed the minis as they ran out and just used them as the other color. And so they just kind of fade throughout, and it's so fun to wear this. And it's bright and happy, and it matches one of my bright and happy dresses. And so it just becomes very Katie, and it's awesome. So one of the fun features of this pattern is the eyeball stitch. That's legitimately what they called it. I did not make that up. And it has this cool little like design to it, and this is all throughout the pattern. So you're able to kind of see that throughout. And anyway, it's super fun to just throw on and add to whatever you're wearing. It works with this black shirt. It also works with my polka dot dress, which is what I call my Katie outfit, because of course you need a Katie outfit with a Katie shawl. So, okay. The other one is my new shawl that I have 30 rows left on. 30 rows, that's it. I can finish it and block it and wear it. It'll be fine. Totally fine. So this is called, okay, and I am absolutely butchering this. So it's Paris, and the second word is French. So I call it toujours. Maybe it's like torch, I don't know. Paris toujours, I don't know. I don't speak French. But one of my friends did tell me that it means always Paris, which I think is very cool. And it also makes me think of the summer I turned pretty. So can it be the summer I turned pretty shawl? No? Okay. So this is the shawl that I'm currently working on. It has these really pretty lace eyelet motif throughout it. And it's been super fun to knit, and it goes pretty fast, but then I kind of apparently underestimated how long it was going to take. So I just added the second ball of yarn. I decided to do the small, so there's a fingering and a DK weight version of the pattern, and I'm doing fingering, but I decided to use the repeat numbers of the DK version because A, I don't need a giant shawl, and B, I was running out of time. So I'm going to finish that hopefully this weekend. And I also think that this is going to block out really big. And so I didn't really want it huge. I wanted it similar to my Katie shawl, maybe a little bit bigger, but not like huge. But this is still fingering weight yarn, and it's got lots of holes and stuff, so it's going to be lightweight, but I think it's going to go really nicely with one of my favorite dresses. It is black with polka dots, and it has a yellow sash in the middle, and I was actually really excited to make something to wear with it. So I think that that will work super nicely. So, okay, let's look at some of the patterns in this Katie's Fall Knits pile that I put together. This is my attempt at trying to get myself to wear my knits in the fall. But I am going on some trips and things that is probably going to make this easier because it will be cold. And I need to not be cold. So, these three are all the same pattern. This is called the Grid Gambit. And it is 2 skeins of DK weight yarn, most of which I did fingering held double. I was going to say this one was all DK. This one is all DK. So this is Color Story DK from Twice Your Cheap, and the white is natural, and then the other colors are the mini skein sampler in the colorway Unicorn, because of course. And then this one is, the teal is a DK weight that I actually bought to go with this other one. This is Stitch Stuff yarn, and it's fingering held double, but you can't tell. And this is really easy because it just goes on, and then it just sits like this. So it's, it is a little bit heavier than like the fingering weight shawls. So I would say this is more like late fall, early winter kind of vibe, but still works out great. And then this one is the first Grid Gambit I made, and the rainbow is a sock blank held double, and so it faded all the way through it, which was awesome. And then the white is sparkle fingering held double. So both of them are held double, but this is probably one of my favorite ones. But I mean, I love them all, but this one makes me happy. So anyway, those are the Grid Gambits. And then let's do kind of a little set here. So this is the Heartwarmer Cowl. So what I like about this is that there are multiple different stitch patterns. That's the word I'm looking for. Stitch patterns in the pattern. So you get to do something different every so often. So this is lace. There's slip stitches, bobbles. This is a different kind of slip stitches, I think. Might just be ribbing. And then there's a little lace motif down here and ribbing on the bottom. So it kind of keeps it interesting, and I like that it involves that. There's also multiple different patterns with this Heartwarmer concept, which goes into my next part. But let's put this on first. So this is the Heartwarmer Cowl, and it just kind of congregates right there. My mom and sister were trying to figure out their fall knit collections, and it came to the attention that we don't have very many hats anymore. And I was like, oh. And so I looked through mine, and I have a couple of mine, but I don't really have any extra ones, which is weird because we used to have a whole bunch of extra hats. So I kind of went on a scavenger hunt to find some yarn in my stash that I could make into hats. And one of the patterns I found to use is the Heartwarmer hat. So it uses all of these different stitch patterns, but in a hat. And so I have a skein that I'm actually really excited about to use with it. And I'm going to work on that when I get back from Rhinebeck, because that does not seem like a good travel project. You change needle sizes based on the stitch pattern, and I'm not so excited to do that while traveling. That seems like a lot of work, and I'm going to forget and confuse it all and lose needles, and that does not sound good. So that's one of my things I want to make next. And then we have, let's see here. So the hats that we do have and the hats that I like to make are Musselburghs. So these are the two that I have. This is my neon one. And you can kind of wear it with slouch in the back, or you can pull it down all the way and then roll it up. I tend to like it more with the slouch because hats sometimes look weird on me. So I kind of like doing this. And this was the first one I made. This is the Fruit Loops one. That's the name of the yarn. So this one has more slouch to it even. And it's a little bit stretched out because we've kind of passed it around and worn it a lot. But I really like the Musselburgh pattern because you do the increases at the top and then you just knit for a while and then you do the decreases at the bottom. And it is doubled. So it kind of becomes a like tube thing. And then at the end, you put it back inside of itself and it's a double hat. It's also reversible, so you can flip it to the other side. And some of mine do interesting things when you go to the other side like that. So yeah, there's a lot of options with it, and that's kind of what keeps me going back to it. I think I've probably made like, I don't know, 6 to 8 Musselburghs. I just like the simplicity of them. I'm about to start another one. Great travel knitting. I'm not the queen of taking the right projects for travel knitting, so we'll see. We'll see if that actually works out this time or it doesn't. So the last thing I wanted to show you were these mittens that I made last year. These are called the tinsel mitts, and the great thing about these is that they are flip top, which means, and so the pattern has multiple options. You can either do the flip top or you can do regular mitts or just straight fingerless gloves. And I like the flip tops because I can go like this and cover my fingers, or I can take them off so that I can type on my phone. We could try and say it's for other reasons, but that's actually why. So this has worked out really nicely, especially when I go places that are cold, like New York. These work out great to keep my hands warm while I'm walking between things. And so, yes, that has been really nice to have. So I would definitely add something like this to your fall knitting so you have them for winter. They're not great snow mittens, though. That is a great differentiation there. Tried that, didn't work so well. They got really wet and cold. So that's a little pro tip there. So I hope that that gave you some new ideas for fall knitting. I can't wait to see what you make and wear, and I will talk to you soon.